These bait motivational videos have been getting millions of views across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Due to this, these pages are earning thousands from various monetization methods. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create these simple bait videos for totally free. If you're wondering who I am and why you should listen to me, my name is Joe, and I actually have a page within this niche that has over 580,000 followers on TikTok and over 240,000 followers on Instagram. Without any further introduction, let's get straight into it. So first of all, to create these viral bait videos, we actually need the bait clip itself of something that's about to happen so that we can cut it just before it does happen. So for example, one that's been doing really well recently, that's been doing well on other pages as well as my own page, is one where there's lava about to be poured onto a piece of steak. Now, there are two ways we can go about finding these clips. The first way is to go and search them up on YouTube. So for example, like the one I just talked about where it's the steak and the lava. As you can see here, I've actually searched up on YouTube and I've found the exact video. However, for some other videos, you're probably going to have to go and find them on sites such as Instagram, TikTok, even Snapchat. I've seen a lot of bait videos from Snapchat. You're just going to scroll these platforms and essentially wait until you see someone throwing something off a building or something like that. But yeah, to find them on those platforms is a little bit annoying as you've just got to kind of scroll. You can try searching things up, but if you come over to YouTube, you can just search up and you'll be able to find these clips quite easily. Once we've gone and got this bait first clip that we're going to use in our video to bait people in, we're then going to need a software to edit on. The software that I like to use is in fact Capcut, as it is free and it's very beginner friendly. Once again, I'll leave a link in the description, but once you've got it, you can either use the website or you can download the app. You're just going to come in and you're going to press new project. And once we're in our new project, we're just going to go and drag and drop this video into the first place in this project. However, as you can see, as this is a video from YouTube, it's actually in the wrong format. So I'm going to quickly go and change the ratio to 9:16 as that is what we use for short form content, and then we're just going to go and drag this to size. So make sure it fills the screen and it's right in the middle, and that is basically how it should look. Now for the next section of the video, where we're basically trying to tell people to stop scrolling and basically motivate them to get off their phone and get off social media, that kind of thing, we're actually going to go ahead and need a script. Now there are a couple of ways we can do this. One way we can do this is we can just go and get a script from another page, download it and use it in our own video and then edit over the top of it. Or if you want to create it totally originally yourself, you can actually go and create your own script using ChatGPT or your head, and then also use a site called 11 Labs to go and generate your own voice. Inside of this video, we're going to be doing the easier method, which is just go and take somebody else's script and then basically repurpose it for our own videos. However, just to show you guys how to use 11 Labs, I'll give you a quick rundown. Okay, so as you can see, once you're in 11 Labs, you're basically just going to go and select a voice, whatever voice you want to. If you want to learn how you can create your own custom voice, like a lot of the pages in this niche, go and check out this video over here as I show you exactly how to do that. So once you're in 11 Labs, you're just going to go and pick a voice. As you can see here, it could be a custom voice like my one for Millionaire Aesthetic, and then basically you'll just go and put in your script, press generate, and then you have your script for your video. But for this tutorial, I just want to keep it nice and simple for you guys so you can go ahead and get started very easily without having to worry about creating your own script. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our saved, because I saved a script that I liked earlier, and we're going to go ahead and click on these posts, and this is the script that I like. So as you can see, once again, this is a bait video. It's slightly different. It's not the steak one, but this will work with my video. So I'm just going to go ahead here, press copy link, and I'm going to bring it into Snap Insta so that I can actually go ahead and download this video, press download, and then we're going to bring this over to our Capcut in a second. So as you can see, we're now back in Capcut and it has the bait clip and then it has the rest of the script. So as we don't want this bait clip as we're using our own one, what we're going to do is we're just going to go to where it stops, which is about here, get the exact point, and then we're just going to cut this out as we don't need that. And we're then going to drag this to here. I'm going to press extract audio because once again we don't want his clips. We're going to put his clips on top, so in that way we can put our own clips in this section here, so they'll be over the top of his videos, if that makes sense. So now to go and make our own video original, obviously if we just repost this is not an original video and it's not going to perform well, as these platforms can pick up on reposted kind of videos or reused content, and our video is not going to get pushed. So to make this our own video, we're actually going to use our own clips over the top to make it an original video. So luckily for me, I actually have my own clips folder. So I'm just going to go over to movies, and as you can see, Millionaire Aesthetic. I'm going to add in my own clip folder. If you want to get this, you can check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description. So I'm going to use my own clips folder to basically fill up the generic spots. However, if there is specifically something being said, such as something to do with an old man or something like that, there's actually a different way I need to go and get my clips. So for example, in this bit on the script where it says don't make excuses, I really want sort of a video of a person almost looking disappointed in themselves kind of. So to find specific clips like that, we are actually going to go and use some stock footage sites. And that's where the sponsor of this video comes in, Storyblocks. Storyblocks offer unlimited downloads of diverse and high quality media, all for one subscription cost. This makes it way more cost effective than pay-per-clip pricing for stock media. This will also save you hours looking for specific clips for your videos. Storyblocks' curated library has everything that you need to create high quality videos. With over 1 million high quality videos, sound effects, music, templates, images, and more. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head over to storyblocks.com/Joseph, or you can click the link in the description. Once again, thanks to Storyblocks for sponsoring this part of the video. So as you can see, once we're in the Storyblocks, we can use this to find those specific clips like I was talking about. So as I can see over here, doesn't make excuses. So I want to search for a man that's like disappointed with himself. So if I go and press search here, as you can see, we're going to get lots of stock videos of a man that is disappointed with himself. So this one stands out to me that could be quite good if we just cut it in on his face, but let's have a bit more of a look. So I'm just going to go ahead and press download, and then we are going to bring this into Capcut once it is downloaded. So as you can see, we're now back in Capcut, and I've gone and put this clip over the part that we want. So as you can see here, I'm going to want it when it switches, because this is when it talks about creating excuses. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete the rest of it, because we don't need that now. I'll drag this to size. As you can see, this will then fit in with the video as it is talking about a man being disappointed. And that is perfect. So we'll use that for that part of the video. One thing we also need to make sure we get right is lining up the part where the lava is about to hit the stake. So as you can see, we don't want to actually show people the lava hitting the stake. So we're going to cut it just before it does, which is here. And then we are going to bring the rest of this footage in line. Let me make sure I select all of it in line so there's no part. Good. And then as you can see, we're just going to see the lava hitting the stake, and then bam, it's going to go to a black screen and we can start to add our own clips. So I'm just going to use some of the clips from my folder to go and bulk out this video and make it look nice and good with our own background footage, as well as some footage from Storyblocks, and then I'll be back with you guys once I've done so. Okay, right, so now as you can see, I've added in all my own clips instead of the ones that were on the video before. So if I go and get rid of this now, as you can see, this is what the video was before. Now if I go and get rid of this, this is my video. Obviously I'm going to make some adjustments now. However, we can't mute this whole layer because obviously we want the sound of the lava over here. So what I'm actually going to go and do is I'm just going to select all of this and then just mute all of it. I go into audio and put in volume just to absolute 0, so that way we don't have any of the music or any of the sounds from any of these clips that we have used on top of our video already. And as you may have noticed, my clips are quite bright, and with my videos I like to make them a bit of a dark vibe. Like if we go over to my page and go over to Instagram, if I go and look at my videos, as you can see, they're like tend to be, by the thumbnails, tend to be a bit darker and look a bit more like sort of grey. So to get that sort of effect, what we're going to do is we're just going to select all of our videos, and we're just going to turn down the opacity a little bit. They're just going to give it a bit of that effect. So you don't want to go too far, but I usually put it about 60, and then as you can see, it gives it a bit of a grey effect. I mean, another thing that I do actually go and do on my videos, as you may see a lot of the pages in this niche doing, including myself, is I'm going to go and add some particles on the video. So if I just go and spin this that way, this is my own one that you can obviously get from the folder, and then make it fill the screen. As you can see, the whole screen is now black, which we don't really want. So I'm going to cut this right at the end, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to go down to mode, and we are going to press screen, which is then going to get rid of it. And now as you can see, we just have the particles. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see them. We just have the particles without actually covering the video. So that is how you get those particles. However, once again, these are a little bit strong, so I'm going to go down and turn the opacity down a little bit to about 85. That should look quite good, maybe even a bit less. And then yeah, now we have the particles on our video and they're not too strong. Okay, right, and then now what we are also going to want to go ahead and do is we are going to need to add in some fades and things like that on the clips we want. So especially on this first clip, because it's coming from a black screen, as you can see, we don't just want it to jump in. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put animation, and we are just going to go and do fade in for the animation. So as you can see here, fade in. If I just press this, it is now, we're going to mute it, going to look a lot smoother coming in. And we're going to do the same for the pictures as well, because otherwise they come in too soon. So we're going to go to animation and fade in, and now if we watch it, they'll fade in together and it looks quite good. Now, a next step that helps all of these videos go viral is of course the auto captions. Without the auto captions, these videos would be a lot more boring and a lot less engaging. So luckily Capcut can do this for us. So if I just come over to text and I go ahead and press auto captions and then press create, it's actually going to automatically create these captions for us on our video. Perfect, so as you can see, the captions are now done. However, we don't want them at the bottom of the screen, so I'm going to go ahead and drag it to the middle of the screen. And I also am going to change the font. This is something you can choose. I usually use Classic 2. I make it size 7, and then I also go ahead, make it bold, add a bit of a stroke to it. So let me turn down the thickness a little bit. And I also add a bit of a shadow to it, and then this is how my text looks like normally. However, this text, as you can see, there's gaps in it, and also there's text on 2 lines, which we don't want. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go through and adjust it all quickly to make sure it's all in line with what is being said and make sure that none of it is on 2 lines. So I'll go and chop it up. So to show you guys an example, we want the text to line up with our clips, right? Because we've already lined up the clips with what is being said. So as you can see here, this doesn't line up. So I'll just go like that and fix it and make sure they are connecting. And then here, once again, we don't want there to be any sort of gap. And then for this one, it's on 2 lines. So I'm going to go and listen and see where I need to cut it. Okay, this could be the year, and that's where it has a pause. So I'm going to go ahead in captions. This could be the year, and I'm going to cut that there. And as you can see, it will cut it for me. Drag this to the point, drag that to the point, and now you shift everything. So that's basically how that works. I'm gonna go through and do that, and then I'll be back for you guys once I'm done. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, I've now lined up all of the text with what is being said, and basically all of it is on 1 line, none of it is on 2 lines, so it all looks good. And now I'm just gonna go in and basically make a few adjustments. So here, I need to add a ... because he's saying don't forget twice. So if we go and watch this now, it's just gonna look like it just says don't forget once, because it's the same thing. As you can see, there's no change. So now if I go and add a ... it will make it so we can see the change. So we go and have a look. There you go, there's 2. And I could even go and add a fade out here as well. That might make it look quite good. If I go ahead and press fade out and then change the fade out to 0.3 seconds. So it would be don't forget, fade out, and then there you go, something like that. It looks really good, it just separates the text. So I'm going to go and do this and add fades in and out where I need to. And then once again, I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so honestly, in this video, there isn't really too many points where there needs to be a fade out because there's not too many gaps. So I just added a little fade out at the end, and that is about it. Now, the next step that I do in my videos, obviously, once again, this is down to you guys and how you want to do it. But I actually go and add in my logo at the end as like a bit of an animation. And once again, we're just going to go ahead and press mode and press screen. So now if we go and give it a watch, so we've made it screen, and we go and press play. As you can see, the logo sort of comes in with the drone footage in the background, and I'm just going to fade this out because we want it to fade out. So I go to animation, out, fade out, and I'm also going to go ahead and turn down the opacity a little bit. So let me turn it down to like 85 and see how that looks. I think that will look quite good. And as you can see, our logo comes in and then it will fade out, and I'm also going to fade this out at the end as well. So I press fade out because it fades out then in line with the music in the background. And that is pretty much our video done. We'll just go ahead and watch it through quickly now so I can show you guys sort of how it turned out. So as you can see, if I just go and put it on full screen here and go and give it a quick watch. There you go, that is pretty much our video. Obviously the rest of it is just the rest of the script. I don't want to bore you guys showing you the whole thing, but that is basically how we use a bait clip to go ahead and get us some good views on our pages. Now the final couple of steps is just to go ahead and export this video. So you'll press export, and you're just going to basically want to send this to your phone. If you don't know why you should post from your phone and not from your laptop or computer, I'll leave a link to this video over here where it goes over some of the most common mistakes that people are making with their pages. But for my export settings, I honestly just export it in 180p by 30 FPS, and then once it is on our phone, we are basically ready to go and upload it to any of these short form platforms that we want to. You can go and upload it to Instagram, you can go and upload it to TikTok, and we can upload it to YouTube Shorts. These videos tend to perform really well. I actually used the lava bait on one of my videos recently on TikTok, and it got over 2.1 million views. So make sure to go and experiment with this on your pages and see if it can get you some good growth. I hope you did enjoy this video and found some value in it. If you did, it'd be much appreciated if you could drop a like and subscribe to my channel, as I'm posting weekly videos to help you grow and make money with your social media. If you're trying to grow your own Instagram page, I'd highly recommend you watch this video on screen here, as in this video I go over how I managed to grow 25,000 followers in just 7 days on Instagram. Apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.